In this video, you'll learn how to connect your GoDaddy domain to Firebase by adding the TXT record that Firebase gives you. We'll go through it slowly and clearly so you can follow along, even if this is your first time working with DNS settings. To start, make sure you're already signed in to your GoDaddy account in a web browser. Once you're logged in, head over to your domain portfolio. This is usually listed under domains, and it's the place where you see all the domain names you own in one list. Find the domain that you want to connect to Firebase. Take a moment to double check you've selected the correct one, especially if you own multiple domains. Next, look for the DNS option next to that domain. Depending on GoDaddy's current layout, this might appear as a button or a link labeled DNS or Manage DNS. Click that. This opens the DNS management page for that specific domain. Think of this page as the control panel for how your domain behaves on the internet. On the DNS management page, you'll see a list of existing DNS records like A records, snames, and possibly some TXT records that GoDaddy added automatically. Don't worry about those for now. We're just going to add a new record without removing or changing anything that's already there. Look for a button or link that says Add or Add New Record. Go ahead and click that. A small form will appear where you can choose the type of record and fill in its details. For the record type, open the drop-down and select TXT. TXT records are often used to verify ownership of a domain, and Firebase uses this method to confirm that you really control the domain you're trying to connect. Now, in the name field, you're going to enter the AT symbol, just a single at. In GoDaddy, using at means this record applies to the root of your domain, not a subdomain. So instead of something like blogyourdomain.com, this tells GoDaddy the record is for yourdomain.com itself. Make sure you only type the at symbol with no spaces. Next is the value field. This is where you'll paste the code you got from Firebase. In another tab or window, you should already have Firebase open, usually under the hosting or domain connection section, where Firebase provides a TXT value for domain verification. Carefully copy that entire code from Firebase, then come back to GoDaddy and paste it into the value field. Be sure there are no extra spaces at the beginning or end. You might see other options like TTL, which stands for time to live. If GoDaddy fills that in automatically, you can usually leave it as is. The default is typically fine for most setups unless Firebase gives you a specific value, which is rare for simple domain verification. Once you've set the type to TXT, the name to at, and pasted the Firebase code into the value field, click Save. GoDaddy will add this new TXT record to your domain's DNS settings. After saving, it can take some time for DNS changes to update across the internet. Sometimes it's just a few minutes, other times it might take up to an hour or more. Back in Firebase, you can use the Verify or Check button to see when the TXT record has been detected, and that's all you need to do to connect your GoDaddy domain to Firebase.